Hi Genesis, Dad here. I wanted to make this video for a while now and I just haven't gotten around to it. But today I am. And what I'm going to tell you is the 100% truth. I've been going through this since 2019. So we're talking about five and a half years now of this pain that I've been suffering through. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And it sucks. And it made me into the person that I am today in the most negative aspect possible. It has turned me into the dad that I never wanted to be. A dad that sits on the couch. A dad that can't stand up. A dad that can't sit down without back support. And a dad that's become so irritable and so stressed out. And this is a major reason why. So in 2019, I had a open hernia surgery from an inguinal hernia in my groin area. This most likely developed, one, because of genetics, but two, because of lifting too heavy. I'm referring to fitness. So that being said, I had to get surgery done. They put me under, meaning that they put me to sleep, and they cut me open. They put a mesh on where I had they pushed in my hernia. They put a mesh over it to cover it. Excuse me. And let me try and put this thing up so it covers it. And that was that. You know, it was a lengthy recovery. Eventually I got back into fitness and working out again, so that was good. But then I started to have problems. I started to have problems with my back about 3 to 6 months afterwards, and so with my feet, it was just my heels, then it was my full foot, and then it was both feet. So one thing that I did many years ago was ask God and say, hey, look, why would you allow this to happen? Why won't you get me the help that I need, or why won't you point me in the right direction so I can be the best dad I can be? I was a person who loved playing basketball all the time. I haven't recently, one, because there's no basketball court, but two, the aftermath of pain that I get from playing basketball with my feet issue. So that being said, that has put a burden on my weight because that was my exercise to keep my weight down. So now my weight's more than where I personally want it to be. So that being said, I've outsourced so many doctors. I spent thousands of dollars. I tried so many different remedies. I've tried so many different non-surgical procedures, and to no avail, meaning that there's no results. There's no concrete evidence. The only thing that they found was a slight disc bulge in my back, which almost everybody has. And it's not severe enough to even shave down. So here's what I did. And I'll say all the doctors I've seen. I've seen 4 different podiatrists. These are feet doctors. I saw a rheumatologist, 2 neurologists, a vascular doctor. I saw a couple different primary care doctors. I saw 2 pain management doctors, and I saw an orthopedic surgeon. These are all the doctors that I've seen over the last 5 years. And got me nowhere. And I spent tons and tons of money. Things that I had done were a nerve freeze in my back to freeze the nerves. I had a discogram, which was an injection into my disc, which was steroid injections in my disc. That did nothing. I had an epidural in my back. That did nothing. So you start playing around with all these things and hope that there's a resolution, but none of them helped me at all. And on top of that, I've also been put on medication, which is really considered drugs, to help with pain, and none of them worked as well. Only thing that I got from that was side effects and withdrawals and just the worst of the worst. So not only did I spend hundreds of hours of time meeting different doctors, explaining my story over and over again, maybe 1,000 hours of time because of all the driving and everything. I spent tons and tons of money, and I was experimented like a lab rat pretty much, which is not fun at all. drive. So it's unfortunate. And let me explain something. I cannot sleep in any specific way other than on my left side facing left. I can't sleep facing right. I can't sleep on my stomach. I can't sleep on my back. There's no way that I can sleep for comfortability, meaning that my back will kill me when I'm sleeping. And on top of that, the entire night, my feet hurt. The entire night, my feet hurt. My feet hurt right now. My feet hurt almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is what I deal with. Like right now, my back is killing me. My back right now is a 9 out of 10 in pain. And I have to crack it like this to reduce some of the pain. Is it helping me? I don't know. Is it releasing something? Yes, it is. With my feet, I don't understand the situation. I could not walk at all, and my feet would be in the same amount of pain as if I walked, if not more pain. And then I have two different types of pain. Standing on my feet pain and not standing on my feet pain. There's two different pains. And it sucks that I can go to these doctors and they can look at my feet and they say, well, we see nothing wrong. So what is it? Do you just not know what's wrong with me and you're not figuring it out and you don't care? Or I'm just going crazy and there's really nothing wrong with me and I'm just a lunatic, which is highly unlikely. This is such a struggle, Genesis, because I want to run with you. I want to walk with you. I want to stand up and be able to be next to you. I want to sit down and not have to find back support to lay down in order to feel decently comfortable. It's not even feel good. I tend to always sit on the couch and like play video games because that's the easiest thing for me to do. That is the easiest way for me to not struggle completely. And it just screams laziness, but that's not who I am. I'm not a lazy person. So it's just very difficult, Genesis. And I want to apologize that if you ever see this one day and you realize, like, you know, why wasn't my dad doing more things with me? Now, here's the deal. I still do things even though they hurt me. Like the other day, I went to the jumping place with you. And normally, I would just be beside you and not actually jump. But I said, you know, I want to spend time with my daughter. I want to give her one-on-one time. So I'm going to jump with you. And that's what I did. But the next day or so, I was in a lot of pain. Come on, man. Traffic's so bad. So yeah, I ended up doing that. So next step now is just like, I always put myself off of like booking the next doctor and spending the next $70, $75, because that's the minimum it will cost me for each doctor. $75 is a lot of money for no results. $75 is a lot, plus maybe a long drive, and you're spending gas, and you're spending time away from you, spending time away from our son, or your brother. So that's not something ideally I like to do. So the next step is to book with another vascular doctor, because I feel that this has something to do with blood flow. Even though another doctor saw me and just dismissed me right away, saying, no, you know, it's not vascular, and that was that. And I was just dismissed. Another thing is, I have discs that, because I got multiple MRIs done, I got multiple x-rays done, so the last neurologist I went to didn't give me my disc back, so they have it at their place, and I got to pick that up eventually. It's on one of my list of things to do, but it's so far out of the way that if I'm not going that way, then I usually don't get it. But you know what? I think I'm going to get it Thursday, because I have to go that way for an interview. But it's just so rough, Genesis. People can't fathom what it's like to be in pain all the time. And there's no resolution. I can't just take pills and feel better. It doesn't work that way. They don't know where this pain is coming from. And now I have neck pain, and I don't know if the neck pain is causing the back pain, which is causing the feet pain, or the back pain is causing the feet pain, or the feet pain is causing the back pain. I don't know. So now I also have to get an MRI on my neck, because my neck constantly has issues as well. And I don't know if that's from self-cracking my neck, or that's the main issue to the entire problem, but my neck hasn't always been this bad. So it sucks I have to make this video sound like I'm just complaining, but realistically, I don't want to feel like this. And it's not even for me, it's for my children, to be able to give them the father that they truly deserve. It's not like if you told me, hey, look, we'll fix you, but you can't play basketball anymore. I'll be like, okay, sure. You know, I'd rather be fixed so I can be with my kids and not play basketball anymore. It's okay. I'm not going to die if I don't play basketball. I'd rather feel good and be able to spend time with my children, for sure. But it's so hard. It's very, very hard, Genesis. And I hope one day you'll be able to understand me and this situation. But I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.